Hey everybody, we're going to look at, let me get that off screen first. We're going to look at independent samples and conducting two sample z-test or t-test, depending on the problem given. And let's start with number one. This is in the very last homework link, testing differences between two samples. Rapid eye movement sleep is sleep during which most dreams occur. Each night a person has both REM and non-REM sleep. However, it is thought that children have more REM sleep than adults. Assume that REM sleep time is normally distributed for both children and adults. A random sample of 8 children showed that they had an average REM sleep time of 2.7 hours per night. From previous studies, it is known that the population standard deviation is 6/10 of an hour. Another random sample of 8 adults showed that they had an average sleep time of 1.90 hours per night. Previous studies show that the population standard deviation for adults is 7/10 of an hour. Do these data indicate that on average, children tend to have more REM sleep than adults? Use a 1% level of significance. Okay. So our very first answer box, what's the level of significance? 1% as a decimal. The alternative and null hypotheses, we're going to assume that the sleep times are equal, so it's got to be one of these last three. Because children are the first group and adults are the second group, children having more REM sleep would be this alternative hypothesis. The average of group 1, which is children, would be greater than the average of group 2, which are adults. We can use a z-test because we are given population standard deviations. So we're going to use one of these two in the middle, the standard normal. We assume that both population distributions are approximately normal, and we were told that back up here in the second sentence or third sentence, second line anyway. What is the value of the sample statistic? Round your answer to 2 decimal places. Find or estimate the p-value. All right, so I'm going to pull up the graphing calculator. This problem doesn't have the salt button, so we can't just go directly in and use that online statistical analysis tool. The next video will, though. We've got 3 problems in this homework set, and the last 2 both have the salt option. Okay, so to get where I'm at, press Stats, tab over or arrow over to Tests. 2 samples, children and adults. We know sigma, so Z, so it's your third option. Since the summary stats are given, make sure that stats is highlighted. Once it is, through here, sigma sub 1, that's 0.6. Sigma sub 2 is 0.7. The average sleep time for the kids is 2.7 hours per night, and there were 8 children in the sample. The average for the second group, which was the adults, 1.90, and there were also 8 adults in that sample. Let's arrow down. We want to argue that kids get more sleep, more REM sleep than adults, so we're going to go mu1 greater than mu2. Make sure that's highlighted. And then we'll calculate. Our z-value, rounded to 2 decimal places, is 2.45. Our p-value, rounded to 4 decimal places, is 0.0071. Okay. Greater than means only shade on the right side. This is the only graph that has shading on the right. The rest of them either have too much shading or it's both-sided. That one's left. We don't need that. Okay. Now remember, alpha was 0.01. Our p-value is less than 0.01. If p is less than alpha, you reject the null and conclude that your data are statistically significant. By rejecting the null, you do have sufficient evidence that the mean REM sleep time for children is more than for adults. Okay. Now, again, these videos, feel free to stop me, rewind me, go through. If you have any questions over the technique, let me know. This was a 2-sample z-test in the TI84. I'm going to go ahead and submit. Make sure I didn't goof anything. It looks like we've got check marks all around. Number 2 in your homework set, and also number 3, these have the SALT option. So I'm going to stop this video here because it was how to do the test with a TI84. And then I'll do another video where we look at how to solve these or conduct a 2-sample test using SALT.